Hi, this is a two-part video talking about how PDFs operate within Google Classroom. In the spring of 2019, Google made some changes to the Chrome browser. It allows you to annotate directly over the top of PDF files within the browser. But with Classroom, there are some different scenarios, and they function very differently. And I would say really it depends on, do your students have touchscreen devices? And one works better in favor of the other, depending on what you want the students to accomplish. So before I get started in these situations, I want to point out that I'm in my teacher account as well as my fake student account. And if you see the incognito window, that means that I'm in the student mode at that time. Okay, so I'm going to start out with the first scenario. And that first scenario is where if you have a PDF file that you are sending to students, meaning you have one that's in your Google Drive or in your downloads folder or on a flash drive, it doesn't really matter. If you actually have the file, then that would be this scenario. And this scenario works best for students that do not have a touch screen because they don't really need a touch screen to be very involved with it. So here we go. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Google and I'm going to search for a PDF file. And when I search, I can go to the settings, go to advanced search, and switch this to a PDF file like so. Hit advanced search, and now I have PDF files. I'm going to click on this first one, and you'll see there's a pencil there. That means I can annotate this PDF, but I'm not in student mode right now. So I'm just thinking as a teacher. So if I'm a teacher and I have this file already downloaded, so I would do this. Save it to my downloads, or I could save it in my Google Drive. Either way, I need to save it somewhere. And it'll go to my downloads folder because that's what I selected at this time. I'm going to keep this tab open for future purposes. You'll see why in a little bit. Click back into my classroom. I'm going to go to the classwork tab and I'm going to create an assignment. Give it a title. So I called it PDF file that I've downloaded. Going to give it a point total. I'm going to set a due date. I like to set due dates because it shows up on Google Calendar for me and the students. Choose my topic. And in this case, I've downloaded it, so I need to use the paperclip. Select it. Open it. Upload it. Set this so that way students get their own copy of it because I want them to annotate it, and hit assign. All right, so here's my assignment set up. I'm going to go to the student screen. So let's take a look at that. And it'll show that the stream is updated. This is a student screen. You can always tell because I'm in incognito window. Hit the classwork tab, and I'm going to find my assignment, PDF, view the assignment. And I can then click on the document itself. And you'll see that I cannot annotate it at this point. This is different than the previous annotation screen that I saw before. So if I want to start annotating this, I hit the three dots, hit open in new window. And it does not give the full annotation tools, but it does give me the capability to add comments. So I can highlight specific parts and comment on it. So for example, if I want to highlight this, it'll show up with a comment button right here. I can say, this is important. And then with that, there's even a nice spot down below that the teacher could reply. Once the student is done and has read the article and has left the comments, and they just keep appearing across the right-hand side here, they can close out of that tab. They'll have to hit the back button to get back to Google Classroom and hit Turn In. Now that I'm back to seeing my teacher screen as well as my student screen, I'll look at the assignment as a teacher, and I'll see that one is turned in. Click on the student article here, and I can see in the grading tool, let me expand this out for you, that there's a comment, and I can see where the comment took place, and I can add my own comment to it and reply. And then if I want to leave a grade, I can do that and return it to the student. Once the teacher is done, they can close out of the assignment. And I'm going to click on the title of my class to get back to the main page, click on classwork, and I'm back to the assignment. Okay, so that's scenario one. The second part of this video is more so for students that have touchscreen Chromebooks. It's very handy because you can actually annotate over the top or draw directly over the top of a PDF file. So in this scenario, I'm not using a touchscreen Chromebook, but you'll still get the idea. I'm going to create an assignment for the students, and I am on my teacher account right now. And in this scenario, if I'm wanting them to actually draw on it, this is if I have the link directly to a PDF file, not that I actually have the PDF file downloaded. So if I copy this link, it's going to allow me to set up an assignment where the students are able to annotate over the top by drawing. I'm going to add the link and assign it to the students. So let's take a look at the student side of things. On my classwork, I can see I have an assignment called Draw on a PDF, and I would click on the link. I could have hit view the assignment as well. And you'll see in this scenario that I have an annotation tool. So when I hit the annotation tool, then it allows me to actually draw over the top of this. Now, this is where a touchscreen device is really handy because you're able to zoom in on specific parts and write over the top of the PDF very easily. Now, since I am not using one of those, I'm going to have to kind of rely on some of these touch buttons, but I'm able to change pen sizes, colors, mark over the top like so if I would like. If I'd rather use a highlighter type mode, I can change the highlight color like so. And just like when I leave comments on PDF files or documents, the highlighter follows the line very nicely instead of just being a marker. So if I want to go back to pen mode and point out something specific and handwrite directly on it, or if I want to circle a specific word, I can do so like that. Or if I want to be able to handwrite a word, I could zoom way in and handwrite over the top. Now I'm just using my mouse to do this, but it's much easier to get those precise markings if you're zoomed way in. I'll zoom back out, and this is a nice button that allows you to just fit the entire page. All right, so I have some annotations here, and now I, as a student, am finished. I'm going to hit download because I need this saved. I could save it in my downloads, or I could save it in Google Drive, either way. This PDF is annotated. You can call it what you want. And then the students can click out of the tab. They can go to the assignment. They're going to have to actually view the assignment and upload it over here where it says your work. Now, if I saved it in Google Drive, it's fine. I could upload it from there. But in this case, I had saved the file directly on my Chromebook. So I need to choose File, select Files from my device, choose my file, and open it, and upload it. I'll turn it in. So it's two different scenarios for students annotating on a PDF article. Much of it depends on whether or not the students have touchscreen devices and also what you want them to accomplish. If you want them merely to highlight and leave comments, then just actually having them handwrite over the top on top of a PDF file and highlight it as well.